back, and as you must have read from the title, today we'll be reading Varaha Avatar, and I also don't know much about Varaha Avatar, so this is going to be a really great story for both of us. Now let's go. Varaha Avatar. Underwater battles. Diti was furious after the defeat of her sons, the Asuras, during the Samudra Manthan. The gods had used deceit to secure victory, and they hadn't shown any grace or mercy when capturing the Asuras who had lost in the battle. Diti demanded more sons from her husband Rishi Kashyapa. She wanted sons who would exact revenge from the Devas. In time, Diti became a mother to twins Hiranyakasha and Hiranyakashipu. With their cruel deeds and unjust actions, the two brothers grew up to become the dreadful duo. Not only were they powerful but also evil. Their names became synonymous with brazen atrocities. They fought battles for no reason, teased and troubled the gods endlessly, and took irrational decisions based on their whims and fancies. Whoever dared to cross paths with them ended up losing their life or locked up in captivity. Greed soon took over, and Hiranyakasha wanted more power. He prayed to Lord Brahma to seek the boon of invincibility against a list of animals. When Lord Brahma appeared before him, he said, "What is that you wish for?" Hiranyakasha didn't waste much time in asking for immortality. He rattled off a list of animals against whom he wanted invincibility, explicitly stating that these animals shouldn't be able to defeat him. Although surprised at the strange request, Lord Brahma granted him the boon and left. Even more excited with power after receiving the boon from Lord Brahma, the two brothers together raged destruction on earth and also challenged several gods. Needless to say, they emerged victorious in all battles against the gods and sought revenge for the killings of their brothers. Soon, their control began to spread over all the three worlds. Hiranyakasha, however, wasn't content with the power and control he had. He began to look for more gods to fight. He battled out with Lord Indra and easily defeated him. Driving him out of his abode, Hiranyakasha seized Indra's kingdom, the heaven. He then challenged Varuna, the god of the ocean, to a fight. Knowing well what the battle would do to him, Varuna surrendered. "I am no match for you. You would defeat me easily." Pleased, Hiranyakasha drove the ocean god out of his residence and took control of the palace. Hiranyakasha now wanted to defeat all the remaining gods. Soon after, he was spoiling for a fight against all the gods. On the way, he met Narada Muni, the venerated rishi and a devout bhakt of Lord Vishnu. "Tell me, Narada, am I not the most powerful ruler in the world?" he boastfully asked, spreading his arms in amused victory stance. Hiranyakasha was well aware of how his terror had spread through the world and had expected Narada to agree meekly, but he was in for a massive shock. Narada, known for his brutal honesty, was not one to shy away from stating his opinion. His response angered the demon king. "No, what makes you even think that?" he said, causing the Asura to lose his temper. "I have full control over the three worlds. I am the most powerful," Hiranyakasha declared arrogantly. "That may be so, but not among gods," Narada clarified. Startled, Hiranyakasha asked him, "Who was the most powerful god then?" It was Narada's turn to be surprised now. "Why, who else but Lord Vishnu?" He stated it as a fact as universal as the existence of day and night. Furious, Hiranyakasha decided to establish his supremacy by defeating Lord Vishnu in a battle. He began searching high and low for Vishnu. Meanwhile, His acts of cruelty too increased. Knowing that he had Lord Brahma's powerful boon for protection, Hiranyakashipu went on a rampage, destroying and killing anything and anyone who came in his path. He displaced Manu and his wife Satyarupa, leaving them with no place to live. He cast the earth goddess Bhudevi in the dark, dangerous depths of the ocean just to show everyone that he could. This even disturbed Lord Brahma since he couldn't continue his task of creation anymore. There just was no place for his creations to live. Fed up with atrocities, the gods along with Manu complained to Lord Brahma. You were the one who gave him this boon. Now see what he's doing with it. They wailed. Lord Brahma urged them to meet with Lord Vishnu. He will know what to do, Brahma mused. The group visited Lord Vishnu and explained their predicament. Manu stepped forward. We don't even have a place to live anymore. Lord Vishnu nodded grimly. I know what he did to Bhudevi. Not only has he wreaked destruction all around, but he's also drunk on ambition and power. Such a greedy, power-hungry being should be stopped. The group fidgeted uncomfortably. Seeing their concerned expressions, Vishnu said, Don't worry, none of you will be pitted against him. Confused, the group looked at each other. Then who will stop him? They asked, wondering who could be so powerful as to challenge Hiranyakashipu himself. I will. Lord Vishnu paused thoughtfully before continuing again, but not as myself. The group looked at Vishnu in shock. Not as yourself? Then who, Lord? As a boar or Varaha. I will go disguised as a boar. It is the only animal that wasn't mentioned by Hiranyakashipu when asking for that boon of immortality. He may be invincible against all other animals, but he is not invincible against a boar. No sooner had he said this than Lord Vishnu disappeared. A tiny boar emerged from the nostril of Lord Brahma. Those present gasped in shock. Is Lord Vishnu really going to fight that ferocious demon in this form? He is no greater than the size of my thumb, exclaimed another onlooker. They sighed in fear and worry. Even as they watched in surprise, the boar grew in size right before their eyes and transformed into a gigantic boar with knife-like tusk, a long protruding snout for a mouth, and legs and hoofs stronger than the might of 1,000 elephants. The boar was a scary sight. He was wider than the vastest ocean and taller than the tallest mountain. The group gasped in horror and covered in fear. Such was the sight of the animal. Reverberating roar, the boar leapt across the skies and dived into the ocean. He swam to the darkest depths, searching for Bhudevi, but to no avail. Finally spotting her in a corner, shivering and scared, the boar changed direction and charged towards the goddess. Seeing such a fearsome animal terrified Bhudevi even more. Don't be scared, Devi. It is I, Vishnu. I have come to take you back. Hearing this, Bhudevi wept tears of relief. Oh, thank you, my lord. I was worried I would die here, alone and miserable. Not on my watch, muttered the boar, and scooped up Bhudevi on his tucks. As he began to swim back to surface, Hiranyakashipu spotted him and turned livid with rage. He immediately figured that this had to be Lord Vishnu. Charging towards him, he roared, You fool! You think you can save her from me? I will crush you to nothingness within seconds. What a coward you are! Fight me and then take her away if you win. Hiranyakashipu roared again and challenged Vishnu to a duel. But the boar ignored him and smartly and swiftly swam past the demon. His prime concern was Bhudevi's safety. Once he got Bhudevi out of harm's way, the boar turned towards Hiranyakashipu. Now tell me what were the abuses that you were hurling at me. Coward am I will show you. Hiranyakashipu laughed loudly. Oh, so you're ready to fight now, is it? I wasn't running away in fear. I was focusing on the task. Now I shall focus on making sure you meet your end, said Varaha. The boar then attacked Hiranyakashipu. A ferocious battle followed, in which every strike was met with an equally strong response. Hiranyakashipu threw his mace at the boar. The boar deftly tossed it aside with his snout and kicked it away. Next, Hiranyakashipu threw his trident at Varaha. A sharp, spining golden disc appeared on Varaha's finger and sliced the trident into small shreds of metal. Hiranyakashipu roared with fury and charged at the boar. With a swift kick, the boar sent the demon flying through the waters. Fed up with pretending to be an equal opponent to Hiranyakashipu, the boar decided to put an end to the fight. He picked Hiranyakashipu with his tusk, tossed him on the ocean floor and mauled him to death. This was the end, however, of only one of the twins. When Hiranyakashipu heard of the horrible death of his beloved brother, he swore to exact revenge. He too began to pray for Lord Brahma to seek a boon and fight none other than Vishnu himself. This time, he wouldn't make the mistake his brother had made. He would be smarter and would ask for a boon where no one would be able to find a loophole. Hiranyakashipu thought to himself. So, thank you for watching today's video, and I really liked the video. I didn't know much about Varaha Avatar, so this is a really great story for me, and I really hope you like the story as well. And also, the next avatar is Narasimha Avatar, and today I'll try to put Narasimha Avatar and Vamana Avatar of 2 avatar stories today. But if I can't, I'll at least put Narasimha. But I promise you today will be Narasimha story. So if you like this video, smash that like button and see you guys whichever time.